Hello student, in this lecture we will discuss the OCC and HCC, open circuit characteristics and short circuit characteristics. A drawback of this method is that the internal generated voltage EA is measured during the OCC where the machine can be saturated for large field currents, while the armature current is measured in a SCC where the core is unsaturated. Therefore, this approach is accurate for unsaturated cores only. Okay, so the approximate value of synchronous reactance varies with the degree of saturation of OCC. Therefore, the value of synchronous reactance for a given problem should be estimated at the approximate load of machine. Okay, so the windings resistance can be approximated by applying a DC voltage to a stationary machine and winding and measuring the current. Okay. However, AC resistance is slightly larger than the DC resistance due to the effect of skin effect. Okay, so this is our OCC. I already told you that this is the OCC, and this is the HC. SSC is a directly straight line. Okay, and this is the diagram of access synchronous reactance. Okay, so now we take the one example that how can we find the parameters that the one 200 kVA 480 volt 50 hertz star connected synchronous generator with a rated field current of 5 ampere was tested, and the following data were obtained. VTOC is 540 volt at the rated IF, and ILSC is a 300 ampere at the rated IF. When a DC voltage of 10 volt appears across the when the DC voltage of 10 volt was applied to two terminals of machine, current of 25 ampere is flow. Okay, so current of 25 ampere was measured, and find the generator's model at the rated condition. The armature resistance and approximate synchronous reactance is already we have to find this model. Okay, generator's model. So since the generator is star connected, a DC voltage was applied between its two phase. Therefore, 2 RA is equal to, so this is our generator already given that is star connected, and we have a RA. So when we connect this VDC with the this DC voltage, then what will happen? We can find it like this, that the our current is flow only through this two resistance. So since the generator is star connected, a DC voltage was applied between its two phase. Therefore, 2 RA is equal to VDC upon IDC. So here we can also see in the circuit. So we can find directly RA. So whenever we want to find the value of resistance, then we can easily find it by using the DC voltage. Okay. So then the internal generated voltage at the rated field current is EA is equal to V5 open circuit, and it is VT upon under root 3, and because this is a star connected, so we can find the EA like this, and the synchronous reactance we can find like this: XS is equal to under root ZS square minus RA square. So by putting all the values we get the 1.02. Okay, so we observe that if XS was the estimated via the approximate formula, the result would be XS is equal to E upon IASC. Okay, so if we choose this result, then what will we get access is approximately the 1.04 ohm. Okay, so we up to now we got two things. One is a resistance, and second one is a access. Okay, so which is a close to the previous result. Okay, so we will get the two value by a different method. First method by using the impedances, and another is by using the voltage and impedance formula. Okay, so both the result are closely related, and the error ignoring the RA is much smaller than the error due to the core saturation. Okay, so the behavior of synchronous generator varies greatly under load depending on the power factor of the load, and on whether the generator is working alone or in parallel with other synchronous generators. Okay, so although most of the synchronous generators in the world operate as a part of large power system, we start our discussion assuming that the synchronous generator works alone. Okay, so unless otherwise stated, the speed of generator is assumed constant. Okay, so the synchronous generator, if a synchronous generator is operating alone, then increase in a load is an increase in a real and or a reactive power drawn from the generator. So since the field register is unaffected, and the field current is constant, and therefore the flux phi is constant too. So since the speed is assumed as a constant, the magnitude of the uh, internal generated voltage is a constant also. Okay, so assuming this same power factor of the load, change in the load will change the magnitude of armature current IA. However, the angle will be the same for a constant power factor. Thus, the armature reaction voltage J access into IA will be larger for the increased load. Okay, so since the magnitude of internal generated voltage is a constant, EA is a V5 plus J access into IA. Okay, so armature reaction voltage vector will move parallel to its final position. Okay, so increase load effect on the generator with, so if we increase the load, then what will happen with the phasor diagram. Okay, so this is the fact that when we increase the load, then what will happen, our current becomes current is only increase in the magnitude, not the angle. Okay, so IA become IA dash. Okay, and our V5 become V5 dash. Why this decrement? Reason of this decrement is that when the current is increased, our drop will increase. Okay, because what will happen, that the our reactance part is fixed. Okay, reactance and resistance are fixed. Okay, so if current is increased, then voltage drop in the reactance and resistance will increase. And you already know that the what is the terminal voltage, EMF generated minus the this voltage drop. Okay, so whatever the voltage drop is there, if current is increased, then this voltage drop will increase, and ultimately our terminal voltage will be lower. So whenever the load is increased, this effect will happen, that the our terminal voltage gets decreased. Okay, so this is and then this effect on this also. Okay, so our phasor diagram will look like this if the load is increased. Okay, and if we have a leading power factor, then similarly we have a but in leading power factor, what is the difference? Main difference is that if IA is increased here, so our V5 will be increased, not decrease. Okay, so because here our capacitance effect will uh, decrease the inductive effect, and due to this our voltage, terminal voltage will be increased if current is increased. And this is why all why we recommend the higher power factor. Why we recommend the higher power factor for the power system, that the if any load is increasing, then our terminal voltage will not be decreased if your power factor is leading in nature. Okay, so here also our terminal voltage will increase, and EADS will look like this. Okay, so this is for the leading power factor. And if we have a unity power factor, then in particular unity power factor, if our load current increase, then our voltage decrease, because there is only a resistance is present here, and resistance will add the drop. Okay, so due to this drop our terminal voltage get decreasing. Okay, so generally, when a load on a synchronous generator is added, the following changes can be observed. First is for lagging inductive loads, the phase and terminal voltage decreases significantly. For unity power factor loads, the phase voltage decreases slightly, and for the leading loads, the phase voltage rises. Okay, so for capacitive load, so this is our observation that for leading load, or we can say the inductive load, the phase voltage decrease significantly. A unity power factor also voltage decreases, but for the leading power factor capacitive load our voltage is rise. Okay, so effect of adding load can be described by the voltage regulation. Vr is equal to v no load minus v full load upon v full load. So we can say that the for inductive loads we have a negative, or we can, because in lagging load what will happen, no load voltage is more, and if we increase the load then our full load voltage will be less. Okay, so our voltage regulation is positive and it is not good. Okay, so we want a voltage regulation as minimum as possible, or we can say that we want a negative voltage regulation. Okay, voltage regulation will be positive for the lagging and unity power factor, but for leading power factor our voltage regulation will be negative, so it is a good thing. Okay, so this is it for today. In next lecture we will discuss further for synchronous generator. Okay, so if you have any kind of doubt up to now then you can comment it.